Good morning! Today we're going to be doing a Jordan back carry with a single ring finish. This is a great carry to use up your base size wrap in a way that's really fun and beautiful. It ends with this nice almost eyelet look where you've got fabric coming from the shoulders, the sides, and hanging down with that nice ring in the center. It's a really fun back carry. It doesn't put pressure on your waist because everything is up here. Just a really nice one to try. So definitely give this a shot. For this carry, you're going to need a single, so one ring. Our sling rings are sold in sets, and I would recommend a large or a medium ring for most wraps. So for this one, especially because there's so much fabric going through and this is a little bit of a thicker wrap, we're going to use one large sling ring, but you could also use a medium sling ring if you have a thinner wrap or if you're a little bit more adept at stuffing it in. You always want to use the smallest ring possible for the job because that helps keep things tighter and ultimately more comfortable and ultimately safer. So today we're going to use a single ring to do this. I'm really excited to share this with you today. I think once you get the hang of how the passes go, you'll find this is a really nice carry to do. I'm going to keep this ring with me here, and I'm going to get my little one. So this carry starts at the middle marker, which I also love, nice and simple, of my base size wrap. So for me today, this is a size 6. You can get your little one on your back, whatever way is comfortable for you. I'm gonna do this method where my arms are crossed, and then I'm gonna uncross them as baby goes on my back. When you do a method like this, it's tempting to move baby around, right? But actually what you wanna do, and I'm gonna end up moving because you need to see me, but I'm gonna end up moving to baby like this. That way, the fabric isn't going to get too twisted. Of course, I'm going to turn, it's going to twist anyway. I'm going to hold the top rails in my teeth for a second and show you how to get the slack out and get baby in that seat back there. But the top rails are what are holding baby steady. So you want to make sure that you feel confident in how tight you're holding those top rails. So I've got baby up there. I'm going to take one side and pin it under my knees. I'm going to take this other side and I'm going to keep it tight, and I can tighten a little bit here. Just keep it tight. And I'm going to start by putting this strap under my arm. Keep the tension, keep the tension. All right. And basically with this carry, there's only going to be one pass per piece basically. So what I mean by that is we're not going to duplicate. We're not going to go over the shoulder twice or under the arm twice per se. So we've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down. All right. So you'll see in a second what I mean. I'm going to put this second tail, which was hanging down, which was pinned down. You want to be careful to keep tension. Gravity is your friend here. I'm not using it as much as I should, but gravity is your friend. Okay. So I'm going to pin that one back down. And I'm going to start working with the side that came under my arm, okay? So remember, I want to keep that nice and tight. I don't want to over tighten the seat, of course, because I don't want to lose it, but I do want it to be tight. So to get that ring where you want it, well, we can yank around a little bit later. So we're going to flip this over our shoulder. I'm going to reach for that top rail edge, bring it around. Oop, I think I twisted it. It's all right, sometimes we twist things. So I flipped that back. There's the top rail. And reach back there for it. You can always take your time. Okay. I'm gonna reach that up. I'm gonna tighten. And this pass I'm gonna take under the leg. Okay, so I went across the back, I'm gonna go under the leg, and I'm going to go, well, I'm gonna hold this actually. This is this side, so I wanna hold that there. Okay, so now, I've got, you see I've got 1, 2, 3. Now this is gonna come across back here, okay? So I'm gonna take that top rail, come up here. Sometimes it's helpful to think like you're using a towel, reaching up. There we go. And we're gonna come across, baby, again. You can see that. Bring that up. Tighten. Okay, and this is coming up over the knee. Okay, so we're almost done. So now it's taking that eyelet down. I'm gonna go down. Actually, I could, if I wanted to. Actually, it's the other side. So at any point you could flip if you want to change the colors, basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down and in to the ring. All right, I'm gonna take the other side. Okay, so it came across like this, so if I wanted, I could flip it and go down into the ring. Okay. So then take a look. How does it feel? How does it look? If anything feels loose, you can pull to tighten. If you don't like how it is on your shoulder, you can just adjust, pull down, do a little more of a cap. I love how this shows off the different, like the different colors of the wrap. It feels really good to me. It feels nice and tight. Nothing is moving, nothing is going anywhere. You can sort of check on your little one, right? Are they still positioned well? Any hiccups there, just adjust. If any slack comes through, you can just follow that in and pull down. No big deal. So that's how it looks. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with this, Carrie. And I love the funness of the tails hanging down. So that's really neat. So if you have so this is probably enough that if you had like a base -1, you could play with it and do this if you wanted to. It would just be a little bit shorter. So imagine like 2 less feet, basically, and that would be there. So you could do that with that too, but I think this is kind of fun with this. And of course, there's nothing on the waist, right? So really nice for that too. How to get baby out. We're going to just start taking these out of the ring, undoing the carry. Of course, making sure we're maintaining the tension needed to keep baby safe. And basically we're undoing until we have sort of that L from the beginning. So 1 pass under the arm, 1 pass over the shoulder. This is another way you could get baby on. I'm not even going to take the ring out for this. I'm going to keep 1 hand on my baby and 1 hand with the tails, and I'm going to go and hip scoot. Now, if you were using this method to get baby up, what you would do is you would start like this. You would have baby seated on your hip. You would make the seat, and then you would have 1 hand with the tails and 1 hand on your baby, and you would scoot your baby where you wanted them on your back, and then you would start the carry. So for example, if I were doing it like this, I would then go ahead and start. I would flip back, over again, right? So that's another option for getting your baby up if that sounds more comfortable to you. That's the hip scoot, but that's how you would get baby down as well. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely let me know if you give this a try and what you think. Have a great day.